What's going on, everybody? My name is Kelvin. You're now watching the Dehumanization process. And if you haven't watched my show before, it's an online show dealing with society structure and issues that people in society as individuals have to deal with. So that's why I'm doing the show. And today, I am going to talk about a subject that has been plaguing me for a long time, and I haven't exactly found quite the right way to come across and do this show. But I know that once I'm doing, it's going to have more and more parts and just add it on, because this is a problem that's, like, me personally, I really can't stand it. And some of it has to deal with what I did in the show called Black History Special. If you didn't watch it, maybe you should take time out to watch that one too. But before I even say what this topic is, like I said before, I've played and I've tried and I've looked, to find other cultures that have this problem too. And I mean, they're out there, but it's not so much as the black culture or the hip-hop culture, whichever you want to call it, And the thing is, I think that a lot of black, like I said, it's not just the black, it's everywhere, but it's predominantly here. And it glorifies negativity, and the media, all the shit that they show on the media, the music. I mean, how some majority walk, talk, and act. I'm not gonna say dress. Dress is nothing. Dress has nothing to do with how a person is dressed, but it's the way a person is dressed, and then the way they present themselves. People automatically think these things, and a lot of them get so mad because they're stereotyped in these hood, No, it's not even that, I take that back, because here lately, it's like good to be hood, whatever that means. I wish somebody could tell me. But they glorify negativity in like a lot of aspects. As a few examples are, like, one that I can't stand, that I talked about this in the show called Black History Special, calling each other nigga. It's ignorant, calling females bitches, what I'm saying? That's ignorant, and the fact that being from the ghetto or being from the hood is so great, Last time I checked, that wasn't great. There's nothing good about having to survive, like if you lived in a really bad neighborhood, and that's usually whenever they say hood, it's like, the ghetto, it's like all this shit, like, man, I had to, like, do what I had to do. It was hard, living on these streets when I was young, growing up, stuff like that. There's nothing great about that. And I asked a few people, and it's like, man, it's all about hood status. What does hood status do for you in your real world? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is hood status to? That's another thing. It's just like all these, everything, like the music, the way that they're like portrayed, they portray themselves, and I'm sound like I'm hearing myself when I say this, and it sounds kind of racist, but I mean, it's ridiculous, I mean, we fight so hard to get to where we are, and then you turn around and just act ignorant. And another thing is, like, it's so wrong to be smart, I have a few friends that, like, when it's just me talking to them, the few friends that I work with, when it's just me talking to them, they're like, they're on the ball, pretty smart, quote unquote. But if it's a group of us talking together, it's like they're dumbed down, It's like, it's just the same person I was talking to a few minutes ago. What's wrong with that? I mean, it's just problems that have to be dealt with, and I just can't fucking stand to see the ignorance go around. Ignorance is fucking bliss. And I'm telling you, I'm doing more shows on this, and I'm gonna probably be out interviewing people, like, what is hood status? What is ghetto fabulous? That's a fucking oxymoron, if you ask me. There's nothing fabulous about coming from the ghetto, And it's like, a lot of them need to broaden their fucking horizons, Just realize that it's not all about rolling on dubs, you know, going to get an old school caddy and fucking putting some rims on it, you know, having a fucking car and your rims cost way more than your car will ever be worth, you know. That's ridiculous, you know. I mean, why? What does it prove? It proves that you have money. Well, take that money and invest it, you know what I'm saying? Take that money and put it away to buy a house later, you know what I'm saying? Don't fucking waste your money on fucking a car and rims, a system, you know what I'm saying? On fucking gold chains and jewelry. Be blinging. What the fuck, man? It makes no fucking sense to me. I mean, it's just wake up. Anybody listen to me who like fits in this persona that I'm saying, which I doubt they would be, and that was very that was wrong of me to say, but I mean, it's just people get mad when you stereotype them like that, and I really did. I just really stereotyped them. But when you fall into your stereotypes, what else do you expect? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the basis for me doing this show is to point out things like that and point out where people are wrong, you know. But it's like, I have this conversation with people I work with all the time, and it's like, especially who would fit into this, if you would say they're in the hip-hop lifestyle or culture, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what's PC, but it's like they don't want to hear it. It's like, no, you're not, you don't know, because I am whitewashed, you know. I get that all the time. It's like, I'm not seeing what it's really like, you know. And I'm like, I'm right there. I go through it every day too, you know what I'm saying? Life is not so hard as you want to make it to be, where you need to be out gangbanging and shit like that, or you need to fucking, you know, stay strapped, or is that what they call it, you know? It's fucking ridiculous. I mean, I just wish that quit glorifying the negative, you know. Especially, I mean, I know you can't help it, you know, listen to the rap music or whatever. It's not anybody's fault per se, except for the rappers and the government, that this is what they want to put out and the money that sells, you know what I'm saying? It's not anybody's fault, but you don't have to fall into that, you know. You don't have to let that be what surrounds you, you know. Let that be the lifestyle that you want to live, you know. It's nothing great. It is nothing great coming from the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all the shit that I see is like money, cash, hoes, drugs, you know what I'm saying? Bling, you know? I mean, fucking, I can't stand it, you know what I'm saying? A fucking necklace, ice, grills. Don't get me started on grills. I mean, can somebody answer these questions? What is any of these things I've just talked about? What does it mean? You know, what is the basis of having 26 rims, you know, on a fucking old school, like 89, 88 Cadillac? You know what I'm saying? What does it mean? Besides the fact that you just wasted a shitload of money. What does it mean to have fucking the grills? You know what I'm saying? Why? What does it prove when you say, I got hood status, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. Can somebody tell me, please, what any of this means? Because I don't see a point in any of it. And I think that's all I have to say right now, you know. But I promise you, I'm coming back to this subject, and I'm gonna do some interviews. I'm gonna ask questions to other people, and I just want to see what is hood to you. You know what I'm saying? Why? What is the reasons for it? Somebody, please, somebody out there, fucking tell me. Leave me comments right below this little box. There's things that says comments. Leave it. Help, because I really want to know. My name is Kelvin. You just watched the Dehumanization Process.